So in this example, guys, to eliminate the parameter, again, as I mentioned, usually it's going to be easiest to go ahead and solve for the t in the x equation, then plug into y. That's not always the case. We'll go over those examples shortly. But for right now, let's usually kind of look at this. And to solve for t in this x equation, it's going to be rather simple, right? So x equals 2t plus 1. I can just subtract a 1. X minus 1 equals 2t. And then I can divide by 2. Now, you can write it like this. But typically, I'm not going to want to plug this into my equation for t. It might be easier, well, it is easier, to rewrite it like this. Yes? Yeah. Typically. Now, you could distribute that as well. You could also write it like this, 1/2 x minus 1/2. But again, or to distribute that too. They'll at least get it distributed. OK? So now, that is what our t equals. T is equal to one of these representations. I'm just going to go ahead and represent it as right here. So if I was to plug in this again is what t equals. So I'd write this as y equals the square root. I'm going to write this as t. So this is 1/2 x minus 1/2 minus 2. Right? Now, we should probably simplify this like if it was a real problem. Negative 1/2 minus 2 in terms of that would be minus 4/2. Agreed? Agreed? Yes? No? 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 Isn't negative 2 isn't 4 over 2 the same thing as 2? I got to get common denominators. So I'm just rewriting 2 as 4 over 2. So therefore, I get negative 5/2. So y is equal to 1/2 minus 5/2. X.
Do we have to simplify it over?
No, but I'm just saying for like a multiple choice problem, it's probably going to be represented like this, or it's going to be represented like this. If you factor out the 1/2, you're going to be left with an x minus 5. I don't know where the 3 came from. So I just want to let you guys know, like these are both correct. Just in case you guys have this as like a multiple choice problem, though, you need to understand what it is. Now, again, like here's some things we could ask about. First of all, what is like I said to describe the curve? Like what does this give you? This is a graph of a what? Square root, like the radical curve, right? So you could just say this is a square root curve. Yep. OK, so it's a square root curve. Now, but what if I asked you, hey, eliminate the parameter and then describe the transformations? Ugh, that's going all the way back to chapter 1. But could we describe the transformations here? Yes. We don't like this form, though, because then you would say 5/2 to the right, which would maybe be an answer choice, and then you get it wrong. Remember, because you have to factor out the b, and therefore you to recognize it's 5 units to the right. So yeah, that'd be a good, remember you guys always miss those, remember chapter 1, right? Circling back to some of that stuff you guys are supposed to know. OK, but that's basically what I'm asking you guys to do.